right, here we go. Colorado Springs summer camp. Is it summertime yet? Spring camp. All right, we're doing this video in honor or in response to all the people that have been hurt out there playing softball and running into each other trying to catch a fly ball. I've been doing some umpiring, baseball, softball, and playing a lot, and over the last year I've seen a lot of collisions between two defenders going after the same fly ball. I want to make this video and get it out there so maybe somebody on their team can send it to all their teammates and get this information to them so we're all on the same page when we're out there trying to catch a fly ball. We rarely are able to practice as a team in travel softball and senior softball. So in high school and college, we do this. We take up a half hour at a college baseball practice to do this. But because in senior softball, we never ever practice as a team, hardly ever, all right? So it's hard to instill these rules into what you want. So maybe this video will help a team out there somewhere learn the priority on who's taking it, who has priority over somebody else, and the terminology of what to use on a fly ball, okay? I have seen a shortstop at a high school all-star game collide with a left fielder. We've had paramedics come out onto the field and cut the jersey off of the 17-year-old to get his heart started again, all right? And then I tell the story about the Stewart Men's League last year where a left fielder and a left center fielder collided going after a fly ball. The left fielder broke his jaw, the left center fielder broke his neck and died the next day. We do not want that to happen anywhere else again. All right, so if this video can help save your knee, all right, or a broken rib, then it's all worth it, okay? So we're gonna talk now about the terminology. When the ball goes up in the air, somebody needs to call for it, all right? I like to use simple one-syllable phrases. I like to use ball, 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 or mine, mine, mine. We grew up in a world where we all said, I got it, I got it, I got it, right? Well, that's 9 words versus 3. So I like to use that one-syllable word. I want you to say it at least 3 times, and I want you to say it as loud as you can. So if the pop-up goes up and you think it's yours, I want you to say, ball, 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 ball. Nice and loud. Got it? So everybody knows that you're calling for it. All right? If you want to say mine, 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 that's okay as well. Got it? So that's how we're yelling for it. The person next to you, I want them to say, take it, take it, take it. I want them to reassure to you that you're not going to run into them. Because a lot of times if I'm yelling ball, 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 nobody else says anything, I may hear some footsteps coming after me. When I hear that footstep, I may gator arm it now. I may not reach for it, or I may stop and not go catch that ball because I'm afraid of somebody running into me. So that second person needs to solidify and let me know it's all yours. Take it, take it, take it. Got it? All right? So it's mine, 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 or ball, 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 ball. Take it, take it, take it. Once I hear take it, take it, take it, I'm going to go and catch it. We must communicate on this. I'd rather have, if we can communicate, we'll have one person going after that fly ball at 100%. If nobody says anything, then I've got 2 people going at it at about 50 or 60%, not sure who's going to catch it. Okay? Everybody understand that? Now, when do we call it? Ideally, we want to call it at the peak, at the top of the fly ball. As soon as it starts coming down, we need to have somebody going for it. Somebody needs to be ready to catch that ball. So if you can, now a lot of times you don't know by then. You're still running, you're not sure. If you're not sure, don't call it. But if you think you've got it, try to make that call at the top. The worst thing we can do, now what happens is I may have an eager shortstop, okay, who's running over, the ball is right at the third baseman. And the third baseman's calling it, mine, 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 mine. And at the last minute, the shortstop calls them off. All right? Now the third baseman would have to step out of the way and the shortstop would now come and catch it late. Rule number 1, don't call somebody off late just because you have priority over them. And we'll talk about priority in a second. So call it early. Don't call somebody off late, because when you do that, it's usually a bad recipe. The ball's probably going to fall, all right? Or we're going to be in trouble and we'll still have the 2 people, because the one's not going to get out of the way in time if you call them off too late, all right? So Let's talk about priority real quick. I just need 8 people real quick. We're going to do a small infield right now. Go to first base. Right here, halfway. Give me a second baseman. Give me a third baseman, shortstop. Give me a left center. Give me a pitcher. Anybody who wants to go.
The guys that we're talking to.
Not too far. We're staying in the brown.
I think he's getting.
Okay, give me a second baseman. You get a second. You're going to be right center fielder. Good. I need a right fielder. Anybody, right field. I need a catcher. And I need a pitcher. All right, beautiful. We've got a small field here. Now let's talk about priority.
Going out too far.
That's too far. Stay in the brown. In the brown. Over here. You come closer. You're going to be a pitcher right here. So we have a small field just for visual here. All right. Right now we're going to go over the priority system on who has priority over the other. All right. We got to go by one rule. The first rule we go by is it's easier to catch a fly ball coming in than it is going back. Got it? It's easier to catch the ball coming in than it is going back. So right there we know that the outfielders have priority over the infielders, right? Because they're going to be coming in to catch the ball where the infielder would be going back. So if it's between an infielder and an outfielder, the outfielder has priority. Infielder, give way. Once you give way, what do you say? Take it. Now, let's talk about priority 1 through 10. The number 1 priority on the field is the left center fielder. Left center fielder has priority over left. He has priority over right center. He has priority over the shortstop. Got it? He has priority, or she has priority over everybody on the field. If he calls it, it's his. Number 2 priority, right center fielder. If the right center fielder calls it, and it's between these two, right center has priority over right. Right center has priority over here, and he has priority over the first baseman, which hopefully those two are never fighting over the same fly ball. Got it? And he also has priority over the shortstop. Who doesn't he have priority over?
The left center.
The left center fielder. So if it's between these two and they're both calling it, left center fielder has priority. Right center give way. Third on the priority list is our left fielder. Left fielder has priority over short and third. He has no priority over left center. Got it? 4th priority, right fielder. Right fielder has priority over first and second, but does not have priority over right center. Now we come to the infield. All right? 5th priority out of everybody is our shortstop. Shortstop is the leader of the infield. Shortstop has priority over all infielders. Got it? So if the shortstop calls it and it's in the infield, it's his. 2nd priority, or we're going to go to 6th priority, becomes our second baseman. Second base has priority over the first baseman and over the pitcher. All right? 8th priority is our third baseman. He has priority over the pitcher and the catcher, and that's it. 9th on the priority, or I don't know where we are in the number, is the first baseman. He has priority over who? Pitcher and catcher. All right. Next up, we're going to go here. The pitcher's going to be the 9th. So the pitcher only has priority over who? The catcher. Nobody else. Catcher, you have priority over nobody. But you've got all that area back there. If you can catch a pop-up behind home plate, you go for it. All right? Everybody got that? Yes. That's a 4-man outfield and a 4-man infield. What if we add a 5th infielder right here in the middle? What do you think would be common sense that this person now has priority over these two? So then it would go here, there, and then there. Okay? So if there's a 5th infielder, you folks that have 11 fielders, do I have priority over them?
No.
Why?
Because you're an infielder.
What's the rule?
Because they're coming in.
Easier to catch the ball coming in. So I now become 5th, but I do have priority over all the infielders. And then his priority's next. So you got to know the people next to you whether you have priority over them. Got it? So now if 2 people are calling for the ball at the same time, the same ball, the one that has priority takes over. The other one has to give way and say, take it. All right, I'm going to throw a couple little pop flies up here in the infield. Let's see if we can get it right. All right, know your priorities. Ready? Here we go.
Take it.
All right, the object is to move under it and catch it. All right, and call it before you get there. All right, here we go. First base, come on up a little closer. This is our small infield. All right, ready? Here we go.
Mine. Take it.
Beautiful. Nice job. Roll on in. Great job. Ready? Here we go.
Mine. Take it.
Good job. That was an easy one, right? All right, here we go. Ready?
Mine. Take it.
All right, now let's not get rambunctious with all the take it. I don't need you telling him. Now there's too many voices. Who do I really need telling him? Yeah, those guys around him. I like the enthusiasm, but only the ones in the vicinity. Okay? Everybody got it? All right, here we go. This is an easy one.
Mine.
All right. Good job. Ready? All right, here we go.
Ball. Mine. Take it.
Left fielder, what'd you yell?
Ball.
Why?
Ball up.
Yeah, we know where the ball is. What you're really doing is calling for it. Now he's going to look at you and say, huh? Really? All right? Sometimes it's better to keep I like the enthusiasm again, but we know where the ball is. All right, ready? Here we go.
Mine. Take it.
Nice job. All right. Helen, you ready? Ready.
I'm done.
What happened there? That's a great example. What happened? Right. Where was this ball? Closer to her. But once he called it off, she knows that he has priority, so she stopped. So that error now goes to who? Our over-eager pitcher who thought he could make that play. All right? Don't call it unless you're sure. Great job giving way there, Helen. Ready? Helen.
Take it.
Atta girl. All right, here we go. Ready.
Mine. Take it.
Oh, that's beautiful. We had 3 people call for that ball. Shortstop thought he could have had it, right? But he realized priority comes there. Left center fielder took over like he's supposed to. Good job. Ready? Here we go.
Mine.
Oh, that's another great one. With authority in his voice.
Good job,
And you did a great job giving way. Good job. 2 people called it, 2 people wanted it. 1 gave way because he knew that he's been outranked, overruled. All right, ready, here we go.
Mine. Take it.
Atta baby. All right, everybody got it? Here's one, we'll have one fun one here. Ready?
Got it?
Nobody wants it, but that's okay.
That's usually an error in the major leagues.
It's all right. He looked at him and saw, hey, he don't want nothing to do with it. I'll take it. That's good. All right. What we really want is somebody to catch the ball. Somebody needs to catch it. All right. Everybody got it? You know who has priority. All right. We want to try a few on the big field. So go ahead and give me my 4 infielders and my 4 outfielders that were picked to do this. So let's see.
The 4 outfielders that I talked to need to go to the outfield.
Great job. Thank you.
The 4 outfielders that Chris talked to need to go to the infield.
All right, hustle. Don't walk on this turf. I need a pitcher. Who wants it? Go ahead, Judd. Go to the man. Gil, stay ready in case I need you. Anybody want to play catcher in case I pop one straight up? It'll be a landmine here. I don't want you to run over any of this, but if I miss hit one. Are we ready? All right, it ain't going to be so easy now. Don't play too deep, outfielder, just for the sake of this drill. Are we ready? Here we go. Look out. I hit him on the head.
Told you Bob doesn't make outs.
We'll be on America's Funniest Videos then. Yeah, you be my ball feeder.
Okay.
Okay, have a couple ready. My bad, I hit a top spin. Ready, right side. Here we go.
Mine!
Right field called it early. Little rambunctious there. That wasn't even close to being yours. Come on. Great job. Realizing he's too far away. Ready, here we go. Keep your feet moving. That ball's moving. Right side ready. Stay home, Tom. Ready. Here we go. He didn't want nothing to do with that one either. These aren't real easy, are they? All right, here we go. Ready? Oh. Good job. I'll take it on a bounce. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Ball! Get in there. Take it.
He did it again, didn't he?
He did.
He did it again. He called it too soon. Called it too soon.
That wind blowing in screws.
A lot of wind up there. Know what it's doing. I'll take it. Ready. Let's see if I can get one right in between two people. No.
Take it.
All right, so if you're ever in a practice and you're able to get to a practice, try to set up an infield and try to do this. Ready, here we go. That's in no man's land. Don't get hurt.
If I know I can't get to it.
No, you don't want to call it unless you know you're getting there.
Yeah.
If he calls it and you might get there, we let it drop because you bail. He doesn't. Nobody's getting.
Yeah,
to
that was
it.
just a good old base hit right
You're
there.
in no man's land. It's just one that lands where nobody's at.
That was just a, yeah, because he's the only one that could catch it. All right, here we go. There's a good one. All right, that was a toughie, but that's a tweener right there. That could be one of any three people. Outfield, play a little shallower just so we get a little interference. Careful. All right, ready.
Take it.
Shortstop, what are you doing? Shortstop, get out there.
I told him to take it. He
Yeah.
Doesn't he got roll over me?
Yeah, but it might have been closer for you to get it. That ball tailed this way. It tailed a little bit.
Everybody goes hard until somebody calls it.
Yeah. Go for it. Ready. Ouch. Alan, did you pick these four outfielders?
I'm thinking they're a little
All
camera
right, here we
shy.
go. Ready.
Camera starstruck.
Up. We got him one. Uh-oh. I can't throw it that far. All right, left side, ready. There's a tweener. Yes.
Take it.
Hey, atta baby. Right side, ready. Great catch. Second base. Tom, as soon as you realize you've got no choice, just turn around and say, you guys are taking. So at least he knows that you're not coming out. Scott, you weren't sure you had it, were you? And you learned from the 2 times you called it too early, didn't you? Atta baby. All right, nice catch. All right, here we go. Let me try to get one right in the middle. Oh, yeah. Who wants it?
Take it. Mine. Take it.
Ooh.
You all right, Joe?
We just tripped over
Joe,
the
you all right?
ground.
Yep.
We didn't trip over the top.
The turf monster got him.
That was exactly right, though.
Nice try.
Until you heard him, and as soon as you did, you bailed.
Tom,
Right.
I would have liked it if you called that early with authority All right, and he gave way to you, because I think it was right there where you're standing, right? It would have been an easier catch for you.
But he called it. So
I know, but he called it because you didn't,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Did you call it, Tom? Yeah, and I think you should have. If you'd have called it, he would have said, take it, take it, take it.
What he's saying is if you know you can catch it with no question, and you yell early, he's never going to yell that he's got it. If somebody knows you're, and he's going to start yelling, take it, take it, take it.
Calling it at the peak, they're all calling it.
Remember the rule, we want to try to call it at its peak. All right, here we go. This is how we learn from it. Here we go.
Take it.
Okay. It's all right.
That was the right guy to
It was
call
still his ball. He had the best chance.
It was his ball.
He just wasn't real sure on how. All right, we ready?
It's getting late in the day. Drop sign. I don't want this on YouTube.
We're not really in Colorado Springs. We're in Aurora. In case anybody's watching. Here we go. Two of them. Who's coming?
Take it.
Left center. Be aggressive. Left center. Right side. Ready. Here we go.
Take it.
Okay, good. He waited till he was sure.
Go, Gare.
Tom, be aggressive.
Yell loud. Be decisive. Let him know you definitely know you're going to catch it.
I
Everybody will
said
bail.
take it.
I know. Here we go.
Take it.
Great job. Couple more. Right side. Here we go.
Mine.
Tom, take it. Let him know. If I had a big guy like you coming down on me, I'd be worried. Let him know. All right, here we go.
Take it.
Good job.
That's good priority.
Good job. Here we go.
Take it. I got it.
What could the left fielder have done there? Could have said, take it.
At least he should have been saying, take it.
Left field, you could have reiterated and said, take it, just to make him feel good. All right, these aren't easy. Pop flies in softball are not easy. We got wind, we got the ball moving funny ways. All right, we catch 3 in a row. We need 3 outs and we're done. Here we go.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
That baby! Way to take charge, Tom. There's 1 out.
Run.
Take it.
There's 2 out.
Good job, Mike.
Are we ready? I want to land one right in that circle. Oh, that's a tough one. Look at it circling left. That had some funky movement on it. Yep. All right, we still got 2 outs. Tying run on third, winning run on second, 2 outs. Are we ready?
Run. Take it. Mike, take it.
All right, bring it in. Great job, you guys.
That was really a team from the United States.
I just started over, so you may have to get part of Teresa's or part of that from the beginning if it didn't go.
You done?
Come on in.
Do you want any of this?
No, I was going to walk out and see that Bill.
We're still rolling. That's good. Come in, guys. Alan. Alan's trying the same face, but before he could. Alan.
I thought he'd make the cuts.
We're on video.
You want me to have this one?
Just keep getting pushed back.
Come here, you 4.
Got a whole year's worth of errors.
We told him we're from Aurora. We're not really from Colorado Springs. Get good back. But listen, stay here. We're still on. Listen, it's not as easy. Hey, it's not as easy as we think it is. A, catching fly balls in the wind's not as easy. 2, trying to decide when and who. But that's a great drill. I'm telling you, we spent 30 minutes on it with the college kids. All right, because that's the kind of stuff you get. We can't simulate those situations. And it's okay that if my right fielder wants it, that's good. But we can't call it too early because once he calls it, what are the 2 infielders going to do? Stop. And now, Scott, you've got a long way to go to catch that. All right? So, again, don't call it real early. Try to call it at its peak. And then know who has priority when it's between a couple. I tried to hit some of those Bermuda Triangle ones. We all know the toughest ones. It's that blooper, you know, in shallow right field, or that blooper in shallow left field where you got 3 people going after it, shortstop, third baseman, and left fielder. Or even that one in the middle right here where you got 4 potential people going after it. Second, and now infielders don't quit on going back after it just because you now know that they have priority over you. Because we're not sure that they can get there. They may be playing deep, they may have got a bad step, they may have slipped. So that's what Chris was saying. All of you go after it until we decide who can catch it. All right? So don't quit on it early just because you think someone behind you is going to get it. Turn around and go. All right? And try to get. I'd rather have 4 of you standing there fighting over it than none of you sitting there watching it. All right? But the biggest thing is safety-wise, make sure that we're careful and we just don't want people running into each other, especially if it's head-to-head or head-to-ribs. We can get injured there. All right? So we did it physically and it was still difficult. But imagine trying to teach a team just from a piece of paper. But once we know the terminology that we're going to use and who has priority, then it becomes a little bit easier, right? At least the shortstop and the second baseman know they're not going to fight over the same ball. They know who's going to give way.
What made it even harder today was we had a wind that created more of a challenge. Like there was even more indecision sometimes, and that's tough to deal with. We talked about that in the outfit before. But still, when this wind is blowing the way it is, Bob was hitting some nice high fly balls. Bob was putting some good question mark hits out there for you guys. It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
And again, let's say it's hit between. We had the one hit between left center and left, and then the wind took it and pushed it. Well, the left center fielder called it, and he has priority. But all of a sudden, it's on top of the left fielder. Can the left fielder call off the left center fielder? Yes, because it's right over my head now. But if I'm going to call off somebody with priority, I better do it with what? Authority and loud. And then my left center fielder has to realize, first he should be saying thank you, all right? But then he has to realize, all right, even though I have priority, I'm going to give it up. And then how am I going to give it up? What am I going to say? Take it. And then once that left fielder hears take it, now maybe we can at least get the out. Even though somebody misjudged it or called it too soon, we still want to get the out, right? The priority there is to get the out. All right? Any questions on that? Pitcher, if it's a little baby pop-up and it's coming right to you, go ahead and call it. All right? And call it loud and proud. Shortstop, just because you have priority over him, it doesn't mean you have to call him off. The object is to get the out. You do not have to call him off. If the pitcher calls it and you see he's under it, let him have it. And then all of you need to reaffirm to him. Take it. You better hear at least 2 voices coming from behind you.
Don't anticipate that the person that has priority is either going to call it or can get there. The wind is crazy. You don't know. They may not be as fast as you think they are. If they're on the team, you're going to have a general idea, but don't anticipate it. React to it and communicate. Once you communicate and hear what you're supposed to hear, then you back off. Till then, go.
Yep.
Stay safe, but you're trying to get the out as well. And if we can catch it and everybody's safe, we want to catch it, we're backing off of something there that we were afraid to almost call.
As a partner in the outfield, I'd like to position myself for a backup if it gets by or it drops.
Yeah, don't just be a spectator.
Yeah,
Get involved in the play. Go around behind the person, all right? The craziest one is, and I've had to do this before, where I've seen a fly ball go up, and I see 2 people going after it, but nobody called for it. Now I may have to be the person to make the decision. I may need to say, Tony, right?
Right.
Because I could avert a collision because I got two knuckleheads running after it, and nobody's called it yet. All right, so I may need to be the one to call somebody. You know what I mean? I could have maybe just saved somebody's life by doing that.
As
So-
an infielder, you do that?
You could.
See them both going out?
Yeah, you could. If you see two knuckleheads running after it full speed.
I have been that knucklehead. Bob has done that on our team, where you get that ball in the gap, where right fielder, center fielder's going, or if you have four outfielders. But Bob, as a pitcher, has turned around, and you got two guys that are indecisive, and all of a sudden, I have heard Bob in our infield say, Alan, or Tony, or whoever. He's made that call, and then it kind of gives us, sometimes we both don't know exactly when we're going to get there on those tweener hits like that.
And they
So
don't know where the other guy is.
And he doesn't know
Alan's
exactly where
not
he is.
looking at stones in left field. He's looking at the ball. But I have judgment. I see this thing tailing towards stones. All right. Neither one of them have called it, so I made DDL. Stones. And then, because Alan doesn't know where he is, he doesn't have time to look around and see where everybody is and then find the ball again. Right? He's trying to make a play. So sometimes somebody, a shortstop, a pitcher, may need to step up if neither one of them has called. I don't advise you stepping up if somebody's called it, because now we don't know what voice trumps the other, correct?
Yeah.
All right, yes, sir.
Now, if you know you can't get to it, the only guy that's going to get to it is that left
Yes,
fielder.
call
Can
his
I start
name.
yelling yours,
Yes,
yours?
yes.
Good.
That gives him the
Never be
confidence
afraid
to go
communicate,
full.
ever.
Go full out.
Like, first time I ever played with Alan, I'm going to center field, Alan's going to right field. I looked right at Alan, and not because I had priority, this was long before Bob's concept. I said, I'm going hard until I hear you call me off. So before I've ever played one inning in the outfield with him, I'm telling him how I'm going to go to any ball until I hear him tell me differently. I'm going balls to the wall until I hear you call me off. So he knows if it goes up, he's expecting me coming. So if I hear him say, I go, or ball, then I tell him, take it. If he drops it, I'll be mad, but we're going hard. But I can also walk out and I can be in the outfield too, and I can look at Alan before the pitch and say, hey, I'm staying on the line if I'm in left field. So now, before the pitch, Alan knows he's got a little more room towards left center before he's got to worry about me because I'm on the line. Guy's an all-pull hitter. Guy might hit one in left center. Alan knows he can go harder that way and not have to worry about me. But as soon as the ball goes up, as an outfielder, I'm yelling. If I don't think I'm getting there, I'm not calling it, and I'm telling you, if you're getting there, go, because you can get there. Never be afraid to communicate. Anytime. In the infield, pitching, talk to each other. Teammates, that's what we're for.
Yeah.
Let them know where you're at. Talk.
Yeah, if it's obvious that he's the only one that can get it, and especially if it's between me and him, and sooner or later I realize I can't get it at all, I just say, you. Take it. And now maybe he'll go a little bit harder, because he's not sure whether I can get it, but if I relinquish, I give it up to him, now maybe he'll go a little bit harder and maybe make that play.
It gives that other outfielder or even infielder the confidence to know that, hey, I can continue full speed, and I know I'm not going to have a collision. So that's what we want to have out there, the confidence to be going for a ball, knowing that I'm not going to crash into it.
Or that he has
Talk
the
about
freedom to dive.
communication.
He can even dive for that ball if he feels like it, because he knows
Bob
he's not
doesn't
going to
allow me
dive
to do that
into
anymore.
the other outfielder who's still coming full speed too, because now we've communicated. He knows he has that option, but that's a little...
40-year-old dive,
Sorry.
60-year-old stay on your feet. All right, great job. Thank you, guys. That wasn't easy. All right, rehydrate. It's time for a home run derby on